Hello students. Today we will study the first scene of Act 2, Dr. Faustus. Let us start. Enter Faustus in his study. So in this scene we witness Faustus in his study room. Faustus. Now Faustus, must thou needs be damned? So Faustus, are you going to be damned now? For sure. And canst thou not be saved? Canst, can, thou, you. Now, can't you be saved? So, now is your damnation certain or you cannot be saved now? What boots it then to think on God or heaven? What boots it? Boots it means benefit. What is the benefit now of thinking about God or heaven when you are going to be damned for sure? What is the benefit of thinking about God or heaven? Away with such vain fancies. Away means turn away, move away. These vain fancies. Vain means useless. Fancies, imaginations. So now for him, God and heaven, they are just imagination, useless imaginations. So he is trying to put them away, turn them away, away with such vain fancies. And despair. Despair means get dejected. And dejection or despair, it is a sort of sin in Christianity. So a person should be always full of hope. According to Christian belief, according to Christian scriptures, a human being should be full of hope. He should not be full of despair. He should not be full of dejection. And now Dr. Faustus is doing just the opposite. And despair. So he is saying that I should get disappointed. Despair in God means I should be disappointed towards God. I should not hope for anything from God. And trust in Beelzebub. So I have to have faith in Beelzebub. Mistrust God and trust in Beelzebub. Now go not backward. So he is assuring himself, he is encouraging himself to go on the path of black magic, to go towards Beelzebub and not to go back towards God. Now go not backward. So now you don't have to return back. No, Faustus, be resolute. So Faustus, now don't think of going back. Now don't think of returning back to God. You have to be resolute. You have to be firm. What? Why waverest thou? Waverest means quiver, shake. Thou, you. So why are you quivering? Why are you wavering? Why are you shaking? Oh, something soundeth in my ears. Soundeth means speaks, whispers in mine ears, in my ears. So there is some sound, there is some voice that is whispering into my ears. And what is that voice saying? Abjure this magic. Abjure means renounce, give up. So that voice is whispering in his ears that Dr. Faustus, give up this magic, abjure this magic, renounce this magic. Turn to God again. Return to God again. I means yes. And Faustus will turn to God again. Yes, Faustus will go back to God. Faustus will return to God. To God? He loves thee not. So now he questions himself. Will you return to God? God doesn't love you. The God thou servest is thine own appetite. The God, thou means you. Servest, serve. So the God that you serve now is thine. Thine means your own appetite. Appetite means hunger. So the only God for you is now your hunger, your greed, hunger for knowledge, hunger for wealth. So that is the only God. Wherein is fixed the love of Beelzebub. And in that appetite, in that hunger, now the love of Beelzebub is fixed. So now you are loving only Beelzebub. Now you are not going to love God. The love of Beelzebub is fixed in yourself. To him means for Beelzebub. To him I will build an altar. Altar is a place of sacrifice. Generally, at that place, a fire keeps on burning. So, I will build an altar and a church. So, church is a place of worship for Christians, and Dr. Faustus decides that he will build a church for Beelzebub to offer lukewarm blood of newborn babes. So, in that church and on that altar, he will offer warm blood of newborn babes, infants. So, he is now adopting utter cruelty. Enter the two angels. So, again, two angels are visible on the stage. Good angel, sweet Faustus, leave that execrable art. Sweet Faustus, dear Faustus, leave that execrable art. So give up that damned art, that cursed art. Faustus, contrition, prayer, repentance, what of these? Contrition means supplication to God. Prayer uh, means worshipping God. Repentance means regret. What of these? So, what are all these? What is the benefit of all these activities? Praying to God, repenting, supplying before Himself, before Him. All these activities are meaningless. Good angel, oh, they are means to bring thee unto heaven. So, good angel is again giving good advice to Dr. Faustus, and he is saying they are the means, they are the medium to take you to heaven. You will go to heaven if you do all these activities. Bad angel, rather illusions. So, bad angel is misguiding Dr. Faustus. So, he says that they are illusions, means they are hallucinations, they are false imaginations, fruits of lunacy. Fruits means results or consequences. Lunacy, madness. So, all these activities are the consequences of madness that make men foolish that do trust them most. That make men foolish means they befool the same person who trusts them, who believes in them, that do trust them most. So the people who believe in these activities, they are befooled. Good angel, sweet Faustus, think of heaven and heavenly things. So, good angel is again advising Dr. Faustus to think about heaven and divine things. Bad angel, no Faustus, think of honor and of wealth. So, bad angel says that Faustus should think about the respect and the wealth that he would get if he practices necromancy. And after giving these advices, these pieces of advice, uh, those angels, both of them, they exeunt, they go out. Faustus, of wealth. Oh, I should think of wealth. Why? The signory of Emden shall be mine. Signory, governorship. Emden is the name of a port in Germany. So I shall be the governor of the port of Emden. When Mephistopheles shall stand by me, what God can hurt me? So there is a saying in Christianity, if God be with us, who can be against us? And this line, it's just the opposite of that saying, and it's an ironical line, or you can say a parody of that proverb. When Mephistopheles shall stand by me, means when Mephistopheles will become my bodyguard, when Mephistopheles will become my servant, what God can hurt me? So, which God has the power to harm me? Faustus, thou art safe. So, Faustus, you are completely safe, you are completely secure. Cast no more doubts. So don't be doubtful anymore. Mephistopheles, come and bring glad tidings from great Lucifer. So he is now invoking Mephistopheles. He is calling Mephistopheles. Bring, come and bring glad tidings. Glad means happy tidings, news. So bring good news, happy news from great Lucifer. Is it not midnight? So, don't you think it's the time of midnight? If you remember in the previous conversation between Mephistopheles and Dr. Faustus, Dr. Faustus had ordered Mephistopheles to come during midnight. So, that's why he is questioning now, is it not midnight? Come, Mephistopheles. So, Veni Mephistopheles. It means come, come Mephistopheles. So now Mephistopheles comes, enter Mephistopheles. Now tell me, what saith Lucifer thy Lord? So Mephistopheles, now tell me, intimate me, what is the message of your Lord, of your King Lucifer? What is his wish? Mephistopheles, that I shall wait on Faustus whilst he lives. Mephistopheles replies that Lucifer wishes that I shall become the slave of Faustus. I will serve Dr. Faustus till his death, till he lives throughout his life. So he will buy my service with his soul. And Dr. Faustus will have to purchase the services of Mephistopheles by giving his soul in exchange. So, the soul of Dr. Faustus will be the price, will be the salary of Mephistopheles. Faustus. Already Faustus hath hazarded that for thee. So, hazarded means put in jeopardy. So Faustus has already jeopardized his soul for you, for you. Mephistopheles. But now thou must bequeath it solemnly. But now thou means you must bequeath means must write it in your will solemnly, legally. So now you will have to write it as your will legally and write a deed of gift. So you will have to write a deed of gift means a type of contract. You will have to write a contract or a type of affidavit, you can say, and write a deed of gift with thine own blood. So instead of ink, you will have to use your own blood. For that security craves Lucifer. So Lucifer wants that security, that assurance. That, and what is the assurance? That Dr. Faustus will write a contract with his own blood, and in that contract it will be written that Dr. Faustus is bequeathing his soul to Lucifer. If thou deny it, thou, you deny, refuse. If you refuse it, I must back to hell. I will go back to hell. Faustus, stay, Mephistopheles. Stay, stop, Mephistopheles, and tell me what good will my soul do to thy Lord? What good means what benefit will my soul do to thy Lord means what benefit will your master, your king Beelzebub get from my soul? What will be his benefit by getting my soul? Mephistopheles, enlarge his kingdom. So his kingdom will become large. The number of his followers will increase. Faustus, is that the reason why he tempts us thus? So, is that the cause that he attempts to allure us, that he charms us, that he attracts human beings towards himself? Is that the reason? Does he want to make his kingdom large? Is that the only reason? Mephistopheles, solamen miseris socios habeas doloris. Mephistopheles says that in misery, if we have company, it relieves us. If a person is in misery, he is relieved to have the company of other people. Faustus, why? Have you any pain that torture other? So Dr. Faustus is asking this question. If you also have some pains, you torture others, you give pain to other people, do you also have some pains? Do you also have some miseries? Mephistopheles, as great as have the human souls of men. Mephistopheles replies that even he and his ruler, Beelzebub, they have the miseries, they have the sorrows and sufferings equal to human beings. The same sufferings are there with those kings of hell and Mephistopheles and their followers, the sufferings that are in the lot, in the destiny of human beings. But tell me, Faustus, shall I have thy soul? So tell me, Faustus, assure me, Faustus, reply me, Faustus, will you give me your soul? And I will be thy slave and wait on thee. So if you give me your soul, if you promise to give your soul, I will remain your slave, I will remain your servant and wait on thee, means I will serve you and give thee more than thou hast wit to ask. And give thee means I will give you more than thou hast wit to ask. Thou, you hast, have wit, intellect to ask, to demand. So I will give you more than you have the intellect to demand. Faustus, I am Mephistopheles. Yes, Mephistopheles, I will give it to him. I will give my soul to Beelzebub. Mephistopheles, then Faustus, stab thy arm courageously. So, Faustus, if you are ready to give your soul, then stab thy arm. Stab means cut with a knife. Thy arm, your hand, courageously, bravely. So, Faustus, you should cut your arm courageously, bravely, boldly, and bind thy soul. Bind thy soul means give your soul as security. That at some certain day, on some fixed day, on a fixed day, great Lucifer may claim it as his own. Great Lucifer may claim it. Means Lucifer can come to have it. Have it means have your soul, take your soul as his own. Means he will claim, one day he will come and say that your soul belongs to him. He will carry your soul. And then be thou as great as Lucifer. So if you do that, you will be. Thou means you will become as great as Lucifer. You will become as powerful as Lucifer. And but this line is very ironical. It may mean that Dr. Faustus will become as damned as Lucifer or as cursed as Lucifer. Faustus, lo Mephistopheles, look Mephistopheles, for love of thee, because of your love, Faustus hath cut his arm. Faustus has stabbed his arm, and with his proper blood, with his own blood, assures his soul to be great Lucifer's. Assures means makes it certain that the soul of Faustus belongs to Lucifer. That the soul of Faustus is gifted to Lucifer, chief lord and regent of perpetual night. So these adjectives have been used for Lucifer. Chief lord means main ruler, and regent means king or prince of perpetual night. Perpetual, that never comes to an end. Perennial night. So in heaven, in hell, there is perpetual night. There is always darkness. Light of the day never comes to hell. And on the contrary, in heaven, there is perpetual day. The darkness of night never comes to heaven, and the light of day never comes to hell. View here this blood. View here, look here, this blood that trickles, means that flows from my arm, from my hand, from my arm, and let it be propitious for my wish. Propitious, auspicious. So let it be auspicious for my wish, for my desire. Mephistopheles. But Faustus, write it in manner of a deed of gift. So Faustus, you have stabbed your arm, you are flowing your blood, that is not enough. You have to write a deed of gift. You have to write a contract, or you can say you have to write an affidavit. In the manner of a deed of gift, in the manner of an affidavit, you have to write in the form of a will or in the form of a legal document. Faustus, yes, so I will do it. But Mephistopheles, my blood congeals. So Mephistopheles, my blood is getting thick. Congeal means to it has started freezing. It has started getting thick, and I can write no more. So I am unable to write because my blood is getting thick. Mephistopheles, I will fetch thee fire to dissolve it state. So I will fetch means I will bring thee for you. I will bring fire for you so that you can melt your blood. And this is quite hilarious, you can say, or ridiculous, because blood cannot be melted by fire. It's not wax. Blood will become more thick if you put it on fire. Faustus, what might the sting of my blood portend? Now Faustus is alone and he is talking to himself. What might the sting of my blood? Sting of my blood? Stopping of my blood. My blood has stopped flowing. So what can it portend means? What can it mean? What can be the meaning of my blood, of the freezing of my blood? Is it unwilling I should write this will? So does my blood not want that I should write this deed of gift? Why streams it not? Why streams it not? Why doesn't it flow? That I may write afresh, so that I can write freshly. Faustus gives to thee his soul. Faustus gives you his soul, means Faustus gives his soul to Lucifer. Ah, there it stayed. There it has stopped. So the blood has stopped there. Why shouldst thou not? Why shouldst thou not means why should Dr. Faustus not give his soul to Lucifer? Is not thy soul thine own? Doesn't my soul belong to me? Is it not my soul? So this line expresses humanism of Renaissance period. So here human beings claim that they are self sufficient. They don't have to act according to the scriptures. They don't have to act according to the will of God. So they are the masters of themselves. And he says, is not thy soul thine own? So am I not the master of my soul? Am I not free to give my soul to whomsoever I want? Then write again. So I should try to write it again. Faustus gives to thee his soul. Faustus gives his soul to Lucifer. Enter Mephistopheles with the chaffer of fires. So Mephistopheles has brought coals of fire. Mephistopheles, see Faustus, here is fire. Set it on. So Faustus, I have brought fire for you. Now you should start. You should put your blood on it. Faustus, so now the blood begins to clear again. So again my blood has started flowing. Now will I make an end immediately. So now I will be fast and I will complete this document. I will complete this deed immediately, fast, hastily. Mephistopheles, what will not I do to obtain his soul? Mephistopheles is exclaiming, what can't I do to get his soul? To obtain means to achieve his soul. Means I can do anything to get the soul of Dr. Faustus. Faustus. Consummatum est. Consummatum est. This is done. This is finished. This bill is ended. So here comes the end of this bill, this deed, this document. And Faustus hath bequeathed his soul to Lucifer. Faustus has bequeathed, Faustus has gifted his soul to Lucifer. But what is this inscription? Inscription, writing. So what is written here? What is inscribed here? What is engraved here? On mine arm. So there is an illusion. Homofuse. Homofuse. Homo means man. Fuse. Flee. Man, flee. O human being, fly away. Whither should I fly? Where should I fly? To which place should I fly? If unto God, he will throw me down to hell. If I fly to God, if I go towards God, he will throw me away into hell. My senses are deceived. Deceived means betrayed, cheated. So my senses means my eyes are betrayed here. Here is nothing written. Nothing is written on my arm. Oh yes, I see it plain. Yes, I see it plain. I see it clearly. Nothing is written on my arm. Even here is it. So if it were written here, homofuse, yet shall not Faustus fly. Even if the words homofuse were actually written on my arm, I would not have flown anywhere. Mephistopheles, I will fetch him somewhat to delight his mind. Now Mephistopheles notices that Dr. Faustus is a little bit disturbed, so he decides to fetch, means to bring somewhat, means something to delight his mind, means to make him happy. Exit. Now Mephistopheles goes away. Enter devils giving crown and rich apparel to Faustus. So Mephistopheles goes away and some other devils enter on the stage. They give crowns and rich apparel, means uh, expensive clothes, to Dr. Faustus. They dance and then depart. So they make a dance show and then they go away. And Mephistopheles enters again. Faustus, what means this show? What was the meaning of this show, this dance? Speak, Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles, nothing, Faustus, but to delight thy mind. So this show doesn't mean anything else. It was just to cheer up you, cheer up your soul, and let thee see what magic can perform. And this dance was done with a purpose to let you know, so that you can witness what is the power of magic, what can be performed by magic, what can be done by magic. Faustus, but may I raise such spirits when I please? So can I do that again? Means, can I raise these spirits? Can I invoke these spirits, or can I call these spirits whenever I want? Mephistopheles, Faustus, yes, Faustus, you can do, and do greater things than these. And you can do some more things, some more powerful things than these. Besides calling these spirits, you can do some more powerful activities. Faustus, then Mephistopheles, receive this scroll. So, Mephistopheles, now you can take this document. I have written it, I have signed it. A deed of gift means a will, a contract of body and of soul. So, in this contract, I have gifted my body and my soul to Lucifer, but yet conditionally. But I have given some conditions in this contract. I have my conditions also, that thou perform, that you will perform, you will do all covenants and articles between us both. All covenants, all the deeds, all the activities, or all the conditions, all the promises and articles between us, means all the promises that have been done by you. You will keep all those promises and you will perform all the activities that I demand, that I order you. Mephistopheles, Faustus, I swear by hell and Lucifer. So, Faustus, I take an oath of hell and my king Lucifer to effect all promises, means to keep all the promises between us made, that I have made to you. Faustus, then hear me read it. So then you should listen to me. I am reading this contract, this document, Mephistopheles. On these conditions following, means the following are the conditions on which I have signed this deed. First, that Faustus may be a spirit in form and in substance. So, the first condition is that Faustus may become uh, a spirit in form and substance, means in body and soul. So, whenever Faustus likes, he can become a spirit in body and soul. Secondly, the second condition is that Mephistopheles shall be his servant. So, Mephistopheles will remain the slave of Faustus and at his command. At his command means at his service. Thirdly, and the third condition is that Mephistopheles shall do for him and bring him whatsoever Mephistopheles shall do for him. So, Mephistopheles will obey his orders, will do anything that Dr. Faustus orders and bring him whatever Dr. Faustus demands will be brought by Mephistopheles. Fourthly, and the fourth condition is that he shall be in his chamber or house invisible. He means Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles will remain in his chamber, means in his room, or in his house, in the house of Dr. Faustus, or in the room of Dr. Faustus, invisible, means he will not be seen by anybody. Lastly, that he shall appear to the said John Faustus at all times. And the last condition is that he shall appear, means Mephistopheles will be visible to only Dr. Faustus at all times. Every time Mephistopheles will be invisible to all the other people, but he will be visible only to Dr. Faustus, in what form or shape whatsoever he please. So Mephistopheles will have to assume the form and shape which pleases Dr. Faustus. So Mephistopheles will obey all these orders. He will remain visible only to Dr. Faustus and invisible to everybody else. And the last condition is that he will assume any shape that Dr. Faustus likes. I, John Faustus of Wittenberg, doctor, by these presents, do give both body and soul to Lucifer. So now he is signing the deed, and he is saying that I, John Faustus of Wittenberg, I am signing this deed and I am gifting my body and soul to Lucifer, Prince of the East. He is the king of the East, he is the king of hell, and his minister Mephistopheles. So Mephistopheles is the minister, is the helper of Lucifer, is the assistant of Lucifer. So Dr. Faustus is bequeathing his body and soul to Lucifer and Mephistopheles. And furthermore grant unto them. Furthermore grant unto them means I further permit to them. Grant means to permit. I permit Mephistopheles and Lucifer that 4 and 20 years being expired, means after the passage of 24 years, after 24 years are passed, the articles above written inviolate. The articles means all the conditions that are given here, that are written above, they will expire. After 24 years, these conditions will also expire. Full power to fetch or carry the said John Faustus body and soul. So full power means Lucifer and Mephistopheles will have complete control. To fetch means to carry the body and soul of Dr. Faustus, flesh, blood, or goods unto their habitation wheresoever. Habitation means their residence. So Dr. Faustus can be taken, his body, soul, blood, flesh, everything can be taken by Mephistopheles and Lucifer to their habitation, means to the residence of Lucifer, by me, John Faustus. So he has signed the deed and written that I am John Faustus. Mephistopheles, speak Faustus, do you deliver this as your deed? So assure me, Faustus, are you giving this document as your contract? Are you giving this document to me? Deliver means to give. As your deed means as your contract. Faustus, aye, yes. Take it and the devil give the good on it, and the devil may benefit you on it. This is a common profanity which is spoken by the English speaking people, but here it is true literally. Ironically, at this place it is literally true. Mephistopheles, now Faustus, ask what thou wilt. So now Faustus, you can ask me any question that you want to know. Any fact that you want to know, you can ask me. Thou wilt means you will or you want. Faustus, first will I question with thee about hell. So my first question to you is about hell. I want to have the knowledge of hell. I want to know about hell. Tell me, where is the place that men call hell? So intimate me, inform me, where is that place located which people call hell? Mephistopheles, under the heavens. The hell is under the heavens. Faustus, so are all things else. Faustus says, so everything is under the heavens. What is special about hell? But whereabouts? Whereabouts means I want to know the actual location. Whereabouts? Location. So everything is under the heavens. I want to know especially what is the location of hell. Mephistopheles, within the bowels of these elements, bowels, intestines, or you can say underground, or you can say underworld, within the bowels of these elements, these heavenly bodies. So inside these heavenly bodies, underground, uh, these heavenly bodies. So generally it is believed that hell is under the earth. Heaven is above the earth and hell is under the earth, where we are tortured and remain forever. Where means in hell, we are tortured, we are tormented, we are persecuted, and remain forever means we have to live there forever. Hell hath no limits. Hell hath no limits, no boundaries, nor is circumscribed. Circumscribed, limited. So there is no boundary, no limit set to hell. Hell is so immense that no boundaries can be drawn to hell. In oneself place, but where we are is hell. In oneself place means at any place where we are present, where we reside, wherever we go is hell. So wherever we are present, that place becomes hell. And where hell is, there must we ever be. So, and wherever there is hell, we are present there. So this happens simultaneously. Wherever there is hell, we are present there, and wherever we are present, the place becomes hell. And to be short, if I express it in brief, if I say briefly, when all the world dissolves, when all the world melts, and every creature shall be purified, every creature, every soul, every living being shall be purified, purgated. It is said that the people or the creatures who have committed small crimes, who are slightly guilty, they are purified, they are purgated, and then their souls are sent to heaven. So every creature shall be purified, every creature shall be purgated, shall be whitened. All places shall be hell, that is not heaven. So all the places except heaven will turn into hell, will be transformed into hell. Leaving heaven, everything else, every place will be transformed into hell. Faustus, I think hell is a fable. So Dr. Faustus says that for him, hell is a fable. Hell is just an imaginary story. Mephistopheles, I think so still. Yes, think so still. You can think so, you can imagine like that till experience change thy mind. Only up to that time you can think that hell is a fable, till your opinion is changed by your experience. When you yourself witness, when you yourself observe hell, till that time you can believe that hell is an imaginary story. Faustus, why dost thou think that Faustus shall be damned? Dost thou think? Dost means does, or do you think that Faustus shall be damned, that Faustus will be cursed? Mephistopheles, yes, of necessity means surely, certainly. For here is the scroll, because here is the scroll, here is the document that you have just given to me, in which thou hast given thy soul to Lucifer. In which means in that document, thou hast given means you have given thy soul, your soul to Lucifer. So in this document, in this deed of gift, you have presented, you have surrendered your soul to Lucifer. So you are surely going to be damned. Faustus, and body too. Yes, I have given not only my soul, I have given my body also. But what of that? But why are you talking about that? Thinkest thou that Faustus is so fond to imagine that after this life there is any pain? Thinkest thou means do you think that Faustus is so fond, that Faustus is so foolish to imagine that after this life there is any pain? Do you think Faustus is so foolish that he will imagine, that he will believe that there is any pain, any torture, any tormentation after our death? Tush, these are trifles. Tush, it's an expression of explanation. You can say hush, silence. These are trifles. These are only trivial things. These are only meaningless conversation. These are meaningless things and mere old wives' tale. Mere means only, old wives' tale means the stories that are told by grandmothers. So these are trivial things, and these befit the stories that are told by grandmothers. Mephistopheles. But I am an instance. Instance means example. But I am a solid example to prove the contrary, to prove the opposite. So you are saying that hell is only an old wives' tale, but I am a solid example to prove the opposite to that. For I tell thee, because I tell you, I am damned, I am cursed, and now in hell, and currently and presently I am in hell, I am living in hell. Faustus, nay, no. And this be hell. If this is hell, I will willingly be damned. I will willingly means I will happily be cursed. If this is hell, then I will be cursed very happily, very pleasingly. What? Sleeping, eating, walking, and disputing. So currently, I am free to sleep, I am free to eat, I am free to walk anywhere, I am free to dispute means I am free to argue. So if this is hell, then it's very fine, it's very pleasing, and I will willingly be damned, I will willingly be cursed. But leave this. But leaving this, let me have a wife. So leave all this argumentation or leave all this discussion. Uh, Let me have a wife. I want to have a wife. The fairest maid in Germany. I want to marry the fairest, the most beautiful girl of Germany. For I am wanton and lascivious. So I am wanton and lascivious means I want to have conjugal pleasures and cannot live without a wife. And now I cannot live without a wife. So bring me a wife. Mephistopheles, how? A wife? Do you want a wife? I prithee, I pray you, I request you. Faustus, talk not of a wife. Faustus, don't talk about a wife. And why Mephistopheles is opposing this suggestion? Why he is opposing this demand? Because when a person gets a wife, it's through marriage, and marriage is a sacred sacrament. Marriage is a religious ritual. So, and religious rituals are just against Mephistopheles and Lucifer. That's why he is opposing so ardently that Faustus should not talk about a wife. Faustus, nay, sweet Mephistopheles, no, dear Mephistopheles, fetch me one, bring a wife for me, for I will have one, because I want to have a wife. Mephistopheles, well, okay, thou wilt have one, you will have a wife. Sit there till I come. So wait here, sit down here till I return back. I will fetch thee a wife. I will bring a wife for you in the devil's name, in the name of devil. I swear of devil that I will bring a wife for you very soon. Enter with the devil dressed like a woman with fireworks. So Mephistopheles comes back with a spirit which is dressed like a woman, and it has fireworks on its head. So it was a common device that was used in Elizabethan theatre. Tell me, Faustus, how dost thou like thy wife? So tell me, Faustus, do you like your wife? Faustus, a plague on her for a hot vote. let her be cursed, because it's a devil and it's very hideous. So Faustus at once becomes very angry, and he says, a plague on her, means let her be cursed. She looks like a prostitute, she looks very ugly, she looks very hideous. Mephistopheles. Marriage is but a ceremonial toy. Mephistopheles is saying that marriage is a ceremonial, means religious ritual, and toy something that is given to divert the attention. So marriage is just a religious ritual. It is something that is given to human beings to divert their attention. So it's not that much important. And if thou lovest me, if you love me, Dr. Faustus, if you love me, think no more of it. Don't think about marriage. I will cull thee. Cull thee means I will choose for you, I will select for you, or I will bring for you out the fairest courtesans, the most beautiful women. I will bring for you the most beautiful woman. Courtesans are generally dancers, and bring them every morning to thy bed. I will bring every morning, every day, I will bring a new woman for you. She whom thine eye shall like. Any girl that is liked by your eyes, thy heart shall have. You will have it. I will bring that woman for you. Were she as chaste as was Penelope, even if she was as chaste, means as pure as was Penelope. Penelope, was the wife of Ulysses, or Odysseus. When Odysseus was out of home for many years, there were many suitors that tried to woo Penelope, and every day there were marriage proposals for Penelope. Penelope used to weave a web during the day, and she assured those wooers that she will marry them when that web is complete. But during the night, she would unwove that web. So that web was never completed, and Penelope didn't marry anybody else except Ulysses. So she is considered to be a very chaste woman, very pure woman. As she were she as chaste as was Penelope. Even if a woman is as pure as Penelope, I will bring her for you. As wise as Saba. If she were as wise as, she was as intelligent as Saba. So Saba is queen of Sheba. She was very intelligent. She asked many difficult questions to King Solomon. So she is famed to be a very intelligent woman, as wise as Saba, or as beautiful as was bright Lucifer before his fall. Before his fall means before he was thrown down from heaven. When Lucifer was in heaven, he was a very beautiful angel. Very bright means very shining angel. So, even if a woman is as pure as Penelope, as wise, as intelligent as Saba, or as beautiful as Lucifer before he fell down from heaven, I will bring that woman for you. Hold, take this book, peruse it thoroughly. Peruse it means read it thoroughly, completely. So, take this book and read it completely. The iterating of these lines brings gold. Iterating means repeating, chanting. So if you chant these lines, it will bring gold for you. The framing of this circle on the ground. Framing means drawing. If you draw this type of circle on the ground, on the land, bring thunder, whirlwinds, storms, and lightning. So this circle will bring thunder, lightning, cyclones, tsunamis. So every type of destructing calamity, disaster will be brought if you draw this circle on the ground. Pronounce this thrice devoutly to thyself. if you speak out this line thrice, 3 times, devoutly, sincerely, to thyself, to yourself. If you speak out this line 3 times, earnestly, sincerely, to yourself, and men in harness shall appear to thee. Men in harness, means weapons. So, armed men in arms or men with weapons shall appear to thee, will come in front of you, will appear in front of you, ready to execute. Ready to execute means ready to kill, ready to slaughter what thou commandest. What thou commandest means whomsoever you want. Command means to order. Thou, you. So, whomsoever you want to be murdered, that person shall be killed by those men in arms. Faustus, thanks Mephistopheles, yet fain would I have a book. So, thank you Mephistopheles for all this. Yet fain gladly, happily, would I have a book. I would like to have a book wherein I might behold all spells and incantations. So, wherein, in which, in that book, I might behold, I might see, I might read, I might watch all spells and incantations, all magic spells, incantations, the words that are used to practice magic, they are called incantations, chantings, that I might raise up spirits, so that I might raise spirits, I might be able to raise dead spirits when I please, whenever I want. Mephistopheles, here they are in this book. So take this book. In this book there are all the magic spells or all the magic charms. There, turn to them. Yes, go to them. Faustus, now would I have a book. Now I want to have a book where I might see, where I might read, where I might get all characters, all pictures, all drawings and planets of the heavens. So, where I might have the pictures or the symbols of all the heavenly bodies, planets of the heaven, of all the heavenly bodies, that I might know their motions and dispositions, so that I might know, I might have a knowledge of their motions, of their movements, and dispositions means locations, so that I might have the knowledge of their movements and their locations. Mephistopheles, here they are too. So in this book they are also, you can watch them, turn to them, you can watch them. Faustus, nay, let me have one book more. No, Mephistopheles, wait, I want to have one more book, and then I have done. Then I will be completed. Then my demand will be completed. Wherein I might see, so I want to have a book in which I can see all plants, herbs, trees that grow upon the earth. So he wants to have a book in which he can have the knowledge of all the plants, of all the trees that grow on earth. He means to say he wants to have a book of botany. Mephistopheles, here they be. So in this book they are there. Faustus, oh, thou art deceived, cheated. Oh, you are cheated. Now this line can be interpreted at least in two ways. He might be addressing himself. He might be saying that Faustus is cheated because now Faustus is slowly getting disillusioned. He wanted a wife and he could not get it. So slowly he is feeling, step by step, you will feel now onwards that Faustus feels desperate. Faustus feels that he has been betrayed, that he has been cheated. Or this line can be interpreted that Mephistopheles is cheated. Because one book can't have everything. So he is saying thou art deceived means you are cheated, you are illusioned. One book can't have everything. So Mephistopheles, tut, I warrant thee. So Mephistopheles is assuring him. I warrant thee means I am assuring you. And now again, this can also mean that Mephistopheles is assuring Dr. Faustus that he is not cheated, or Mephistopheles is assuring Dr. Faustus that I guarantee this book has all the knowledge of herbs, all the knowledge of trees, all the knowledge of botany. Turn to them means read them. Read these pages, read this book. It has all the knowledge. Exeunt. Now, Mephistopheles exits and this scene comes to an end. Thank you.